Hi guys. So, I thought that I would try and put a little bit of a positive spin on this whole lockdown situation and hopefully offer everyone a few little insights into some of the ways that we can see this whole thing as more of a positive than maybe we currently are. I'm very aware that there is a lot, or at least I feel there is a lot of negativity in the media, etc., which is inevitable because we have lost a lot. I mean, the economy, personally, socially, all of that type of thing. And that is understandable. You know, I've lost stuff, you've lost stuff. But also, I do think it's important to realise not necessarily what we've gained, but how things have changed, potentially some ways for the better. So that's what I was going to discuss. I think the biggest thing that everyone would unanimously agree is an increased sense of community. It is absolutely brilliant, especially with the clap for carers and the NHS staff. It's heartwarming, the countless accounts of people coming together, even from afar, and uniting to show our support has just been brilliant. And from a personal experience, I mean, I'm in lockdown, we get daily messages from the local area asking for people, asking if we need anything, can they get anything from the shops. I mean, yes, we are not actually able to be in direct contact with them, but we are connected, and it's just been so heartwarming and brilliant to see everybody come together. Another way, and this is more specifically for me, is it's given me a chance to grieve properly over Dad. Mum and I both agree that this has been a time of realisation in coming to terms with what really happened. Farming is very much it never stops. I mean, cows always had to be fed and things like that, and we'd become run down with life, and we hadn't had a chance to stop and really accept what needed to be accepted, that he's gone. But lockdown has given us that chance, and so it's also given us a chance to heal, which again is a very positive thing, and I will forever be grateful for this time, because moving on from that, it's given us time, and I think everyone can realise that all of a sudden a lot of the things that we spend all of our time rushing around doing are no longer necessary. And so there is that extra hour in the day to maybe sit down and reflect on something or personal feelings, and that has been really beneficial for me. Particularly, I've listened to a lot of TED Talks, and I have really sort of gone inwards and thought about my emotions, what I want to do with my life, how I feel about myself, and I have hopefully created a healthier, better routine for my daily life that I can take forward after lockdown. One of the things that I realised is that I was a workaholic. I still am, and I probably always will be. You know, I'm driven. I want to get things done. I like being active, but I also realised that it was slightly unhealthy. I mean, I couldn't sit down for more than half an hour without feeling guilty. And this time now has made me realise that that isn't healthy, and that in the long run it's unsustainable. Yes, it's good to be out there busy and working, but I also need to take time to myself. I need to be slightly selfish and say, no, I am going to sit down for that half an hour and appreciate that thing. I don't have to be working all the time, and I think that's a really healthy, positive change that I have made and continue to work on throughout the lockdown. And that having that time to ourselves, to really think about ourselves, I think that's something that everyone can take forward from this, is realising our own needs and creating an appreciation of the smaller things in life. You know, I mean, that half an hour that maybe you would have been in the car driving somewhere, go and sit somewhere and just listen to the birds. I mean, open your window, the weather is gorgeous, close your eyes and just listen and think to yourself, gosh, That's brilliant. I mean, things that you wouldn't normally have the time to appreciate. And it's so heartwarming. I mean, I get up in the morning now and I don't march to get the horses. I meander. And it's lovely because there's that time to breathe and possess an inner calm, which I think is very, very beneficial. I mean, we have crazy lives. There is so much going on. I was running here, there, and everywhere, socializing with people, going to the gym, meeting down the pub. I had all these crazy plans, and yes, it's heartbreaking that they have been taken away from me, as you guys will have things that have taken away from you. But also, I've realized that maybe I was stretching myself too thin. Maybe I need to focus on less things and do them better and put more time and effort into those so that I can do them well. And that is something that I've considered, is that actually maybe some things in my life beforehand weren't healthy and need to be taken out or changed and adapted so that they can become healthier, happier habits. And I think that's something that a lot of people are finding, hopefully. I know from some of my friends that I've talked to, they're definitely experienced that feeling, and I think it's a really good thing. The other major one is that I've started this blog. I would not have had the time beforehand. I mean, I just kept putting it off. Oh, I'll do it later. And I am so grateful that I have done it, because not only am I enjoying it and I'm finding it fulfilling, it's given me a confidence. I lost my confidence in myself when Dad died, and it was really quite unnerving. I mean, I was always someone that wanted to get out and see the world and do everything. And I found that all of a sudden, all I wanted to do was be at home and just sort of be in this little bubble when I hoped that nothing more could hurt me. And through this blog and being at home and having that time, my confidence has evolved and it's now bubbling up inside me. And I'm buzzing to get back out into the world after lockdown. And so I think that it's a brilliant thing, and I will forever be grateful for the fact that it has been revived and that all of a sudden I do feel inspired again. And yes, life is going to be very different. It's going to be very different for everyone, but that also creates new opportunities, and I am now very excited to take those opportunities forward, because I feel that I've had a chance to ground myself and reflect and become a stronger person. And that's something that I think is really positive. As a totally random one, I have also taken an interest in economics, and all of a sudden I think it's actually something that I would like to take forward and maybe incorporate into my studies, which is another thing that all of a sudden I'm excited to do. Beforehand, I was going to uni, but I was doing it for a reason, because I knew I wanted this job, A, B, C, there we go, done. But since lockdown started, I've said to myself, right, I'm going to do a business management sort of introductory course, just as something to do each day, so I'm keeping my brain moving. And through that, I've become inspired to learn again. I didn't have the best school experiences, and I was put off by it, but through this new way of learning online, etc., and all the tools that are now available, I'm so looking forward to uni, and I'm amazed but also excited at how that has changed, and I've got so many ideas in ways that I can tap into that and use it to my benefit. So what I want to say to you is this time now is unique. Never before has the whole population been affected so much and so similarly. I mean, normally it's dispersed into little bubbles of the population, but everybody has been affected, and that is something totally unprecedented. And I think that is where the community spirit has come from, is that we are slightly in the same boat. Yes, different people have been affected differently, but we have all had and lost things, plans, communication with people. We've all had to make adaptations. But my way of living, and I truly believe this, is that everything happens for a reason. And so I would urge you guys to make the most of this time, because it's not something that we will ever get back again, hopefully. Do you mean this is totally crazy living, and we need to make the most of it, enhance it, and make positive changes to your life that you can take forward after lockdown. Yes, there is rubbish parts to this, but find the positives and take them forward, and then you will be able to look back on this time and be grateful for it, because it is unique, and uniqueness creates greatness. So I hope you have a lovely day and are enjoying the sunshine, and I will catch you soon.